how to install Windows. First of all, you will need this USB drive. I know a lot of you might ask, why USB drive? So, new laptops doesn't have an optical drive. Some of them have, but most of them doesn't. Due to they making that slim that they cannot actually put a optical drive. So yeah, you need a USB drive already loaded with Windows installer. You can actually, so you just only need to download a Windows ISO, and then second of all, doing the thing. I mean, by doing the thing is like, actually like put the Windows thing using the Rufus, because if you just copy the things into the drive, it is still not bootable and will not boot. Like, it will just get a blinky cursor. So yeah, you definitely need Rufus for that. And then I already do get this with a 20H2 install. So first of all, we're just going to need to plug this onto the USB port. That's not the USB port. I want the bottom ones, but this, yeah. This is legit a difficult task. There you go. Now you turn on the laptop or PC and then press the boot menu key. So you don't actually need to go to BIOS. For me it's escape, but for yours it can be like almost all of the F keys, or even delete or whatever. You can just try all the keys that is possible except F8, because F8 is truly Windows 1. Except that if you are pressing F8 on, like, when you are still on the BIOS thing. Yeah, I ready. So I am already in there, and choose the disk. For me it's USB SanDisk. And then if you see that thing, just press space or whatever. And then if you see a Windows logo, or Windows is loading files or something, then you're good to go, because it's loading something that will install your Microsoft Windows. So this will wait for a minute, or maybe even longer. Yeah, it's those old. Oh, it booted. No, we just need Windows to boot the WIM images. And there you go. So once you have bought into this screen, select your language to install. We're just going to keep it on English, because we don't have any other options. Time and currency format will also keep it on English, so maybe that we can actually use Cortana, because I'm actually kind of interested to try Cortana. And then you'll put into this screen again once you press next. You're prompted to install now or repair your computer. So since we are starting fresh, we'll just click install now. Now we wait for the setup to actually start. And yes, the good old Windows XP old Windows thing cursor. Like, I truly hate that. Enter the product key. So if you do have like a Windows disk or a Windows USB, or you have just purchased a Windows USB that is like from a like if you bought Windows, you should have the product key. It should be around the machine or maybe your copy. But since I don't have a product key, and we'll just use my account to activate instead, we're just going to skip. So now we have a tons and lots of things in 20H2. We have home N, single language, education, N, pro N, education with the N also, 10 pro for workstations, pro N for workstations. So the home is the core edition of Windows that you'll pretty much see on Windows, the Windows 8.1s without the Pro. Yeah, that's basically almost the same with Windows 10 Home. And the one that has the N on it, basically every edition that has the N, it has no media features. So if you want to actually run a game, I would not recommend to actually use the Home N or the Education N or the Pro N or whatever that is. But we'll know. Yeah. Alright, so since this is supposed to be a Windows 10 home computer, because I see at the sticker and it doesn't have the Pro badge, yeah, we're just going with home. Next. And then you should definitely read this. It's important. Where's the mouse cursor? I'm just going to read this because it's really important. Alright, so I already did do the terms. I accept and click next. So, which type of installation you want, upgrade or custom. But since this is putting into the USB disk, not from our operating system, we're going to choose custom. Because this is running on a PE, which is putting on the disk, not the hard disk, but the USB disk. So you cannot use this option except if you're actually running in a, like, for example, you should totally run the setup.exe on like when you are already in Windows. I'll definitely tell you later. So since this is already occupied by some of my Microsoft Windows installs that I don't want anymore, yeah, we're just actually going to delete this and start fresh, because I don't feel like formatting. And then click next and wait for it to actually install. And you gotta relax and enjoy and just wait for it to actually get it done, and just, you know, going and wait for it to actually go into the OBE.